Today I messed up by accidentally rickrolling 8 cities. I currently work for my local government in their communications department, making videos, flyers, social media posts, and pretty much everything else they need. Part of the job involves putting in placeholder text and links, since I'll be told we need a link to this resource but it's not available. There's an unspoken agreement that if I'm not given an actual link, I will link to random things. Sometimes it's a viral video, sometimes it's an anime meme, and sometimes it's music videos to what I'm listening to. This is just for the draft, so it doesn't matter and usually just gives me something fun to add on. For the past few months, I've been working on a large campaign of flyers to promote a program to my neighboring area of 500,000 people, and at the time, I was listening to a lot of 80s new wave and decided to see if anyone is actually testing that the QR codes and shorteners work. That I directed everything to go to Rick Astley, figured if anyone checked it, I'd get an email commenting on it. Time goes by, the official links are the last to be given to me, so I add them in, send everything to my supervisor to approve before going to the printer to have 5,000 copies printed of each variation. My work with the project is done and now it's up to others to start putting them while I move on to the next project. That was 2 weeks ago. This morning, I get pulled into a Zoom meeting with the other department heads and their bosses. They ask me about the link and I tell them I checked the QR code and shortener before sending it for review, and if there's an error to look at the printer. I even pull up the finalized versions and verified it works. They get more serious and say that the printer wouldn't replace the links with a music video, thinking I screwed up or just did it on purpose. Turns out that the posters and flyers had been put around the county and local businesses, bus stops, out lobbies, etc., and emails started to come in. I'm more surprised that anyone actually used the QR codes or links to begin with. After getting grilled, thinking I was going to get fired, I forwarded the email I sent to my supervisor with the final versions of the graphics and they went to the correct links. The best we can figure out is that since there had been dozens of versions over a few months, that someone along the chain of command mixed up an earlier version that included the Rickroll link when placing the order. No one wants to take blame for it. We're currently in the process of retrieving everything and debating on having stickers printed out to cover the links or pay to have everything reprinted. Even though it wasn't my fault, I'm now supposed to use dummy links and QR codes that go to an image of a tree. My time of adding random music videos has been halted. Too long. Didn't read. Today I messed up by an early version of a multi-city promotional flyers got sent to the printers. That contained draft links to Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley instead of the correct version, and was only discovered after they had already been put up across the area. Edit, hot damn. Didn't expect my 4 a.m. I need to take a break from my workload post to take off. Thank you all for the awards and assuring me that my placeholder methods are genius. Today I messed up by stripping down and sexually confronting my father-in-law. So this happened about an hour ago and I'm just sitting in at a cafe, trying to stop cringing in embarrassment. I'm on vacation with my wife and her family and we arrived at the hotel today, checked in and settled into our rooms. A while later a few of us headed out to explore. I went and met up with a friend who lived in the area and ended up having a few drinks. Earlier while I was out, I had got a text from my wife saying that she was switching our room with her parents as ours had a balcony while theirs didn't, which her dad wanted so he could smoke, and that she was going out for dinner with her mom. Anyway, I saw it, said okay fine, agreed to switch keycards with him once I got back. A few hours later, I was a bit drunk and my friend dropped me back to the hotel. The text had completely slipped my mind and so I headed to the room with the balcony where her parents were staying and, thinking it was ours, went right in. As I went in, I heard the shower running in the bathroom and, feeling promiscuous, I decided to give who I thought was my wife in the shower a little surprise. So I stripped down, completely naked, and, seeing that the door was slightly ajar, decided to barge in. So I did. While also announcing quite loudly, "Daddy's home." The sight that lay before me is one that'll be stuck in my mind forever. My father-in-law, naked in the shower, looking at in a mixture of disbelief, confusion and mostly anger. I froze, and for a second we just stood there in silence, which was soon broken by him shouting "What the hell," my name. At this point my flight response kicked in and, as fast as I could, rushed out, dressed faster than I ever have before in my life, and ran out the room. Since I don't have the keycard for the other room and sure as hell am not going back to ask for it, I'm now sitting at this cafe outside the hotel. I'm waiting for my wife to get back from her dinner as I don't really think I can explain what just happened over the phone, if I can explain it without dying of embarrassment at all. So yeah, the family brunch tomorrow should be interesting. Too long. Didn't read, switched hotel rooms with wife's parents, got drunk, accidentally went into their room, barged into bathroom while father-in-law was showering. Update, my father-in-law told my mother-in-law and my wife, and both of them pretty much died of laughter. He also isn't too upset, just told my wife to tell me I know who daddy is around here, who promptly relayed this message to me. Currently with the wife in our room, trying to get the aforementioned image out of my mind and avoided the in-laws at all costs. Also would like to clarify I did not know what promiscuous actually means, I swear.